Good evening everyone and welcome along to FRL. We are here for F3 action. It is season number, well, it's not season 14 as I've put in the title, it's season number 6. It is round 14 of the championship as we take in the United States Grand Prix from the Circuit of the Americas. And look who you have commentating here tonight. My name is James Head. If you're very unfamiliar with me in F3, probably haven't seen me all season. I'm going to be taking you to the action here tonight. Unfortunately, our regular commentary duo of T-Hawk and Charlie are unavailable this evening. I've had a message from T-Hawk saying he'd be available 20 to 30 minutes into the stream, but you may as well have me for the full hour and a half, that is for sure, and hopefully it's going to be some really good action, of course, out on track tonight with only 3 rounds to go in the championship. FRL Ivo leads the way on 182 points. He's got a 29-point gap over GTA Gamer in second on 153. There is a distinct possibility that Ivo, as long as he outscores GTA Gamer here tonight, and it's more than 50 points, he'd probably have one hand on that title coming into next week, of course, for the final 2 rounds of the championship. Yuri in behind, though, in third on 152, and it's going to get quite close, I think, towards the top end of the standings here. Sally Romano in 4th on 119, Sen in 5th on 96, Ruben 6th on 82, Rackler in 7th on 78, Oliver in 8th on 66, Bullboy in 9th on 64, and Alpha King in 10th on 60 points. Running through the rest of the field, Nizano, Michel Van Dongen, Jesse, JB and Demonek are the top 15. Cassidy, Michael, Jim Strav, Scar and Dan Messi top 20. And then other drivers that have scored points so far this season: Frankie Monty, Sneaks, Mr. Merckx, Alegot, Little Brookie and Dakes and Imposter have all scored points as well. Currently 17 drivers within the lobby, so hopefully we're going to be getting a full attendance here tonight. I know quite a few drivers might be running late. It's normally F3, normally on a Monday night. It does run a little bit late, but hopefully we've got everything in right order. I haven't been informed anything either, so we should be good to go, I think, very soon indeed, as long as, of course, these drivers do decide to join the lobby. Just having a look through the commentators chat as well. Yeah, I've already seen that Mr. T-Hawk available 20 to 30 minutes. While we're on the subject of T-Hawk, by the way, he did an absolutely phenomenal thing last night in the Gosh event. If you didn't tune into the Gosh event last night, where on earth were you? You missed me commentating the final 2 rounds of the championship. But obviously, brilliant communication, of course, from T-Hawk, who actually donated £353 to the Great Ormond Street charity. I think it was a little bit more than that, if I'm like that as well. And £353 that I'm sure will go very well received to the Great Ormond Street charity. In total, we raised £587 from that event last night, and it was so good to see. And hopefully you can rewind that back on the stream. Of course, it's on League Racing TV if you do want to catch up on the action there. Looking through as well the constructor standings that we have, very close in terms of the constructor standings. All 20 drivers, by the way, are here. It is Mercedes leading the way on 232 points, Alpine second on 219, Aston Martin third on 210, Williams in fourth on 163, Ferrari fifth on 154, Alfa Romeo sixth on 140, Red Bull seventh on 134, then a big chasm to AlphaTauri in eighth on 71, Haas in ninth on 44, and McLaren in 10th on 36 points. And that is the rundown, of course, the constructor standings as well. I will get the chat up in just a moment. I'm just going to send T-Hawk a message. So bear with me 1 second. I'll just mute my mic and then I'll be back. And just like that, I am back, and all 20 drivers, as I'll say, are here tonight, so I believe we are ready to go. I'm just waiting on the instruction, of course, of JB. T-Hawk I've just instructed as well. He can have the night off, he can watch the action in the background. But yeah, we are good to go, by the way. I believe if we are just seen on the F3 chat. Oh, I need to put in a message saying everyone needs to ready up. Apologies, everyone. Apologies. Goodness me. Should be listening to the stream. I've been saying it for the last 5 minutes. Goodness me. But yeah, everyone can ready up on the track. Goodness me. There we go. Everyone has now been given that ready up session. the things you have to do and the things you have to be reminded of course, setting up lobbies here tonight. United States Grand Prix, though, here it is a 5.4 kilometre circuit, 3.4 mile in length, 20 turns awaiting the drivers out on track. First race around here, of course, the United States Grand Prix in 2012. Herman Tilke designed track, and of course, many of the tracks these days in F1 are designed by Herman Tilke. Two DRS-ons, of course, one down the start finish straight up the hill and towards turn number 1, and then one down towards turn 12 at the overtaking point at the start of the back straight and on the run down, which reminds me a bit like India, and I'll get into that while we run on board with laps, of course, out on track. I just need to get YouTube up and get you lovely guys that are viewing the stream up as well, and I will put on split view with Discord in a minute. Very overcast though in this qualifying session as we load in, so beautiful, well, wouldn't say beautiful blue skies and sunshine, it's definitely not that. It is very cloudy out on track, so hopefully the drivers will be getting online in terms of their lap times very soon as we go. Good evening to Jesse, good evening to Ivo, good evening to Dan, and good evening to Sen. I'm doing very, very well, thank you. Hope you are all doing well in the chat as well, and hopefully my voice is not going to go like last night in the Gosh event that we did, of course. FRL came second, by the way, in that event, and it was phenomenal to obviously commentate on the guys out on track. And one man in particular, our championship leader, was well up there. FRL Ivor was well up there in terms of the last couple of races. It was one of the reserves, I think, for FRL last night, and our championship leader did very, very well in that event in terms of individual performances and team performances, of course, as well. But we now get on track. It is 20 drivers, of course, out on track, about to do battle for pole position here in qualifying. And I really hope it is going to be a really good night's worth of action. You guys have got the best seats in the house. You've got the best commentator in the house as well for tonight for F3. And of course, hopefully if my voice holds up, we will get the top 3 interviews in at the end of the session as well. So there's a Mercedes leaving the pit lane first, and it's Dykes who was the first one out on track. Apologies if I mispronounced any names here tonight. F3 is not normally my forte, but drivers are now leaving the pit lane, and it's Yuri actually the first man in the Williams. He was the first man out on track, of course, third coming into the championship standings tonight, 152 points to his name, and he's around 35 points, I think, off the top of the spot in terms of the championship battle, or around 26 points, I think it actually is for Yuri. He's on a sort of medium compound tyres. I'll get everyone's tyres up. There's already a yellow flag, and Dykes has already retired. Dykes has already retired, coming through the S section of 3, 4 and 5. Not sure if there's any qualifying bans going to miss. I'll get on the I'll get back up the Discord just to see if there's any penalty points or anything in terms of the stewards reports that came out, and I can tell you as I go, there's no qualifying bans or race bans here for F3. There were a few incidents actually last week for F3. JB Sadio Mono's incident, there's no further action. Dakes had a 5-second penalty and 1 penalty point. So did Sen as a result. No incident between Rackler and Sen. Also, Sadio Mano and GTA Gamer was a racing incident. Brookie and Michel Van Dongen. Michel Van Dongen picked up a 5-second penalty and 1 penalty point as well. But already 2 out. Sen and Dakes are the first 2 out of the session. Didn't even see what happened to Sen. Guessing he did the same thing. These curbs, by the way, if you've got a very, very uncanny setup around here, it is absolute vile, this track, in terms of the curbs, in terms of the setups. So hopefully drivers will have put their setups on, will have got balanced setups as well. And Yuri is the first man preparing up on a lap on this set of medium compounder tyres. Now come through the final corner at turn 20. There is the run up the hill, by the way, towards turn 1. Very fearsome run. It's around an 80-metre change in elevation level around here on the run down in towards turn number 1 as we go on board with Yuri. He now comes through turn number 1. Dutchman making his way down in towards turn number 2, the right-hander, and then to the S section, which actually mirrors the Senna S's through in Suzuka, not the S section in Maggott and Beckett at Silverstone, which I've alluded to, of course, even commentary before. Even through the first sector, 25.3, I think that is, through the first sector, so not bad first sector at all. Now Yui comes through turn 9, then to the left-hander of turn 10, and then on the run down, of course, the hill in towards turn number 11. And this is the flattest part of the track as we get to it. keeps the car in very nicely there through turn 11. Bit snappy on oversteer on the exit. We've also got drivers on a lap. Ivo, Ruben, Alegot, big contenders on a lap at this moment in time. But Yuri on the run down now in towards turn number 12. Plenty of overtaking opportunities will come, of course, in the race. Now we're right on board with Yuri coming through 12 in towards 13. 102.8 in the middle sector. Actually not too bad through the middle sector from Yuri. Clearly hooking up this lap very well indeed. Now coming to the left-handers of 14 and 15. And then, of course, in towards infamous Verstappen corner at 16, 17, 18. The triple right. There's already an AlphaTauri round in the middle sector. I have a feeling that might be a Rise just getting out of the way, or Mr. Merckx. One of the two AlphaTauris has spun coming through turn 9. Yuri has decided to come in the pit lane. All of that commentary for what? Yuri's in the bits as GTA Gamer, I think, is coming through the final corner. He's the next man to come across the line, or the first man actually to come across the line. And it's 33.1, just about kept that within track limits. Traffic alley got though, the Frenchman goes quickest with a 32.5, and coming in behind him, a 100th of a second down. Little Brookie in second on a 32.5. Now down to third, because Mono blitzes them with a 32 flat early on. So Mono out on top, Alegot second, Little Brookie in third. Plenty will change as the session, of course, goes on, but in the early stages, the Belgian out on top, of course, a championship contender in 4th or 5th in the standings, Sadio Mano. Ivo, though, championship leader coming to the line, 132.8, he goes 5th, so not bad lap time there at all from the Mercedes. Plenty of familiar names, by the way, so if you are aware that I'm an old school FRL commentator here. Richel van Dongen has been there since the first commentary that I ever did on him in F3. Now season 6, of course, you can probably tell how long I've been in FRL on and off in the recent years. Van Dongen is on the run down in towards the left-hander of turn 12, but he's actually backed off this lap, so he'll clearly go for another run through the session. Rackler through the first sector, 25.1. Not sure if that's an indicative first sector of what we've seen from Sadio Mano. We'll run above with him though, because he is normally a quick driver around here. Has been caught up in a few incidents though this season. Hopefully Rackler will learn. He's got the best guy in the business here commentating over him. So hopefully there's going to be a recollection, obviously, of good driving here tonight and good respect by everyone. Rackler on the run down in towards turn number 12. And if he's a sub 102 through this middle sector, he's on for a good lap. Rackler through the middle sector, 102.4. So slightly off what we should be expecting from the F1 guys tomorrow. Montana, by the way, normally middle sectors are sub 101s through there. So normally a minute 0.9 through the middle sector is what Montana normally does, just for a little bit of reference point for what the pace will be like in F1 and F3, comparing them both together. Rackler through the left-hander of turn 19. Has looked a very, very assured lap, I've got to say, from the Dutchman. Now comes through the left-hander of turn 20 on the run to the line, and he goes 33 flat. So not a bad lap. There's a second run, actually, on that set of soft compounder tyres as well. So not a bad lap there at all from him. Yuri on a lap as well. Of course, backed off his first lap as a result of coming in the pit lane. Decided maybe to test the waters. Round set of mediums, now on a set of soft compounder tyre. The graphic, by the way, to the left-hand side is the tyres that they are currently on as they've set their laps. So Sadio Mano out on top. Ali got second, Little Brookie in third. Basically top 5 on a set of softs. Ivo's the only man, and Neil Zarno, in the top 10 that are on a set of medium compound tyres. And that's going to be crucial, of course, come the end of the race. Sadio Mano out on top, Alegot second, Little Brookie in third. Hope you're enjoying the stream so far. To the 12 of you, including me, that is tuned in on YouTube, as Yuri now comes to the left-hander of turn 19, and then in toward the left-hander of turn 20. Of course, the main championship contenders will run on board with him this whole lap, actually, out on track. The likes of Neil Zarno, Mr. Merckx have probably just backed off their laps as well. And Yuri's got a very clear track ahead of him, and towards turn number 1, he's got a clear, basically, first half of the lap, I think, through here. Probably a full lap as well, from Yuri's perspective, coming through the right-hander of turn 2. And then in towards the S section of 3, 4, left-hander of 5, and then the right-hander of turn number 6. You can invalidate if you get caught in that curve through turn 5, but it's a 24.9, that's more like it, through the first sector from Yuri. Really hooking up this lap, coming through the first sector, through turn 9. And then on the run down the hill in towards the kink of 10, and then to the left-hander, of course, at turn number 11, which of course leads us on to one of the longest straights on the F1 calendar. It's around 1 kilometre long. This straight reminds me a bit like the Buddha circuit in Delhi in 2012 2011, 2012 and 2013, the Indian Grand Prix, reminds me a bit like that, and I'm sure it will remind you a bit if you're an old school fashioned Formula 1 fan like me, as you hit turn 12 very nicely indeed through the middle sector. What a 1.6, clearly quicker than everyone else we've seen so far on board with laps. Where is he going to start it up in terms of Sadio Mano's pace though? It remains to be seen. It's a 32 flat from Sadio Mano. Yuri goes second, and he's not too far off. He's got a chance of getting pole position, but all depends on what the Belgian can do. Soon as I say that, though, Yuri's just invalidated through turn 18 and was fighting the car in terms of the grip level, I think, through turn 18 there. And he rode too much of the curve, picked up that invalidation, and Yuri's into the pit lane. Not sure if he did that on purpose. I don't think he did, but it is a shame. It's a real shame, because that looks like a very, very good lap. But again, might be testing the waters and might be testing my mettle, certainly out on track as well. Frankie Monti through the first sector. He's not on a really good lap at this moment in time, 25.2 through the first sector, so he's 3/10 off, and it's Sadio Mano out on top, Traffic Alley got in second, Little Brookie in third. Not many changes to the top 10 so far. Good evening to Parrot, by the way, that is in the chat. Hope you are doing very well. Parrot, of course, another driver from the FRL lineup last night in the Gosh event. Frankie Monti through the middle sector, 102.2, so he should be going around about a Rise Rattler sort of area, around about the 132.9, 33 flat sort of mark, I think, from the lap time. But on board with Frankie's, now comes through the right-hander. He's got a little bit of traffic ahead of him of a McLaren. I think that's Scar on a lap, if I'm not mistaken. It is Scar indeed, who's on a lap ahead of him. Or on an out lap, he's going to get a little bit of tow actually coming through turn 20. He's already used up a lot of deployment. He flies through turn 20. He does that. Right in the rear view. Goes third. Goes third with that lap. Very quick lap through the final sector at all. 32.4. Sadio Mano out on top. Aligot in second. Frankie Monti in third. Good pace shown by Frankie there. Little Brookie currently in fourth. He is on another lap though, and he's getting a little bit of slipstream from GTA Gamer, who I believe is also on a lap here tonight. We are halfway through qualifying in F3. Sadio Mano on top, Aligot in second, Frankie Monti there in third, Little Brookie in the middle sector. Only 200 top. He can find a lot of time though in this final sector. He has got that Aston Martin right in front of him though, and he's going to pick up the dirty air coming through this triple right-hander. He goes wide and he invalidates through turn 16, or turn 15 that was, and Little Brookie invalidates, and that's the pressure of having a Ghost commentator right on board with your lap. And Little Brookie coming to the left-hander at turn 19. Sadio Mano just goes quickest, 31.6. No way, nobody is going to get close to that. GTA Gamer though, second, 31.8. So maybe I might just shut up for a second and let Sadio Mano do the talking out on track. GTA Gamer there in second, Traffic Alley got in third. Parrot, by the way, saying in the chat that he's had to restart his Wi-Fi because it's put out. I said to the F4 drivers, can I restart my Wi-Fi quick? They said no, so it's not his problem. But as long as you get the stream set up and everything, and the stream's still going on, that is perfectly fine. And I'm sure technical difficulties hit the best of us at times. Frenchman of Traffic Alley got is on the lap, 32.4, was third. Scar goes third though, 32.2. Now they got now coming to the left-hander of turn 19. Round and board with them in towards the final two corners. Lovely camera angle, by the way, in towards the final corner. JB's just gone 2,000s ahead of him. Ali Gut, though, is going to repay the favour and go fourth again. He's only 400ths per second off Scar there in third position here in qualifying so far. Ivo was on a lap. He was a 102.2 in the middle sector, but he's invalidated on this lap. F4 stream, by the way, is still going. It's just been started up there, so if you are tuning in for F4 tonight, that has just restarted. Part 2 is now on the channel. Ivo has backed off this lap as we now come through the left-hander of turn 21 to the quick lane, even with Ivo. Down there in 11th position, I think Rackler improved to 32.7. Neil Zano in the final corner. He'll improve big time on this lap as well. 32 flat, much better from Neil Zano. He goes third. I thought there was a little bit of rain falling actually on the screen there, but it's not, I don't think. Unless you can see that on the stream, guys. I don't think there's any rain out on track, but Sadio Mano out on top. GTA Gamer second, Neil Zano in third. 2/3 of qualifying done here in F3 tonight. Traffic Alley got, I think, was on a lap. He was 10th up, but he's backed off his lap. Mr. Merck's not on a lap. Ballboy, interestingly, going for his one and only run, I think, towards the end of the session, possibly. He was down there in 18th in the minute. Yuri and Cassidy are ahead and behind him. Dakes, of course, and Sen crashed out on their outlaps, so they didn't play any further part, really, in this session. But the Belgian currently out on top. Solimano has got very, very good pace. As long as he keeps it consistent and keeps it clean out on track, Solimano could win here tonight. He really could win here tonight. He's a very good driver in his own right. And watch out for him, probably in the race. Whatever position he finishes in, watch out for him. Yuri, this is the big lap we want to run on board with, though. He's looked so quick on his previous laps. And we're now right on board with the Dutchman on the run up the hill in towards turn number 1. Of course, a leading contender coming into tonight. Yuri hits turn 1 nicely. And then down the hill and towards the right hand of turn number 2. And through the S section, he will come through turns 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, absolutely beautiful. Through the S section, 24.9 in the first sector, 24.8 in the first sector. Very quick, even quicker than his previous personal best. So Yuri coming through the first sector, absolutely charging on this lap. Coming through turn 10, into the left-hander now of turn 11. The sun just beginning to poke through the clouds here in Austin, Texas, with 4 minutes to go in the session. Solimano out on top, Gamer in second, Nilzano there in third, but Yuri is surely going to put it up there with that first sector alone. If he remains valid for the rest of this lap, this is a 131.2 coming in right now. You are right on board with as Yuri hits turn 12 beautifully again through the middle sector. 101.5. He's on an absolute electric lap here, Yuri, coming through the right hand of 13. Then into the double left of 14 and 15. As long as he gets this final couple of corners right, this Verstappen corner, then turn 19 and then turn 20, he is on for a really, really good lap here. Yuri comes through turn 18. Now, this is the big point. Turn 19, gets the car rotated in. It's still valid. And now coming to the left-hander of turn 20, you can ride too much curb on the inside. Yuri ran the final corner, though, on the run to the line. That's pole position, 31.4. Solimano could still beat that, though, but it's 2.5 tenths the gap. It's Yuri out on top, Solimano in second, and Gamer in third. And when Yuri decided to put a lap in, that is what he produces. Out on top, 31.4. It's going to be very difficult, I think, for anybody to find any sort of time, I think, on that lap. Brilliant stuff by the Williams, and he's now out on top with 2 minutes and 40 seconds remaining on the clock as Ballboy has just left the pit lane there. Frankie Monti was on a lap, just seen on board with anybody that might be going on to a lap. I think Ruben, the Belgian, is going to be the next man to go on to a lap. Of course, teammate of Solimano, and also in TTML, F3 for a few races this season as well. Both of them were teammates there. And now on the run up towards turn 1, on board with Ruben, 32.4. I don't think he's going to get close enough to Yuri's sort of time. There is a second between first and 7th at this stage. That is how spread out the top 7 actually are in this lap. Ruben coming through the first sector, through the S section now 4, 5 and 6. And it's not looking too bad actually through this first sector. Ruben 25.1, he's about 4 tenths down on, or 3 tenths down on Yuri's first sector. So if he does find any improvement, he's probably moved towards Scar sort of area rather than anything else. Aligot is also on a lap as well, the Frenchman. But Yuri out on top, Solimano second, VIP GT8 Gamer in third. Cassidy, by the way, won 4th, 31.9. He's just backed off his lap, actually. Just coming, I think this is him, the McLaren that's weaving down the straight, and that's Scar. It is Scar, and he's going to watch out, because Solimano is giving slipstream to Ruben, and Ruben now is going to have to try and avoid that. And Ruben now coming to the left-hand of turn 12, 102.1. So that has helped in that middle sector. That bit of slipstream gained you around 3 or 4 tenths on a lap around here. So Ruben has gained that time back from that first sector. Now come on board with him through turn 15, 16. Aligot, by the way, I think might have backed off his lap, actually. Just seen the Alfa Romeo coming through turn 15. I'm not sure if he's backed off. I'll go on board with him in just a second. But Ruben looking really confident. Coming to the final couple of corners. Should go ahead of Scar here. And he does go ahead of Scar by 1/10 of a second. So good lap from him. Aligot, I thought he backed off his lap. He's invalidated. He's going to go for another run. There's a Mercedes in behind. I think that's Ivo potentially going for another run as well. He must have invalidated his lap as well. JB through the final sector. 7,000's up in the middle sector. And he's just invalidated through turn 19. And he's back into the fix, and that's his session run. Dan Messi has gone 9th. Good lap from him. Scar's just gone onto a lap. Driver's on a lap as well. GTA Gamer. Sadio Mano was on a lap. And this is the man we'll go on board with, Sadio Mano. Yuri's in the pit lane. He thinks he's done enough. I don't think so. Sadio Mano was going to get this slipstream potentially down the straight. Or has he just told Ruben maybe to back off? Now he's going to get the slipstream. It's a little bit poorly put on, I've got to be honest here, from the Alpines. Running down the straight. We should see more improvements, by the way, to the left-hand side. So if I miss anything, try and let you know. Ball Boy is on a lap coming through the final sector, I believe. But Sadio Mano on a lap here. We'll pick on board with Ball Boy coming through the final sector. 102.4 in the middle. Now coming through the turn 19. Very lucky not to run invalidated there through turn 19. How wide he went off the curb. To the left-hand of turn 20 on the run to the line. Ball Boy goes 14th. Back on board with Sadio Mano, flicking all the way through as he now comes through the Verstappen corner. Has to try and respond to Yuri's lap time. He's got to find 2.5 tenths. Even if he finds that, it might not be even pole position. Sadio Mano absolutely on the limit coming through the final corners. Niels Arno goes 3rd. Mano though to the line. Falls short and doesn't even improve on his lap. 31.7 for him. GTA Gamer to the line. He steals 2nd of Sadio Mano by 3 thousandths of a second. Very late in the day, the Aston Martin goes up. Aligot goes 6th as well. Rackler is not on a lap. Somebody's just popped up there. Ivo, I think, went 5th. So Ivo went 5th as well. Rackler's not on a lap. Is Van Dongen on a lap? Yeah, Van Dongen is on a lap, but it's nowhere near pole position. So pretty much end of qualifying is done. Michel Van Dongen to the line, he goes 18, 33.7, but it's Yuri out on top from GTA Gamer in 2nd, Sadio Mano in 3rd. That is the end of qualifying. Rackler is not on a lap, so Yuri out on top from GTA Gamer in 2nd, Sadio Mano there in 3rd. Brilliant racing out on track in terms of qualifying, and of course we'll bring you the full grid order in just a second. We can see it on the left hand side. I'll run you through the full grid order in just a second. Let me know in the comments, by the way, if there's any shocks in that qualifying session compared to what we've seen in F3 so far this season. I'd have to say, Ivo, 5th position. Maybe a little bit of disappointment. Normally comes alive in the race though. But on 2 lap older tyres than everyone else, he's going to struggle. He's there in 5th. Has he got that, has he qualified on the correct tyre, is what I'm thinking. But it's a Dutch front row, it is. Yuri out on top from GTA Gamer there in 2nd. Sadio Mano in 3rd. So the main protagonists up toward the top end of the field. Niels Arno there in 4th. Ivo there in 5th. Cassidy in 6th. Aligot in 7th. 300 clear of Ruben in 8th. Scar there in 9th. Dan Messi... Dan Messi running the top 10. Rackler there in 11th, JB in 12th, Frankie Monty 13th, Little Brookie 14th, Ballboy in 15th, Arise in 16th, Mr. Merckx in 17th, Michel Van Dongen in 18th, Sen and Dakes 19th and 20th. And by the way, I've just clicked on Niels Arno, Scar, JB, Little Brookie and Ballboy are all running the Danish flag in tribute, of course, to NSX Mad, who I'm sure is looking down on this live stream right now and probably thinking that was a really good qualifying session out on track. And yeah, it is, of course, really sad about Mads. His passing is awful passing last a couple of months ago now, and forever going to be missed in the FRL community. I'm sure there's going to be another event coming up. I have heard rumours that it could be in December. Don't want to spoil anything from Bunty's perspective there, but I know there is something happening in the background in terms of the works of a new event, and that will pay tribute, of course, to NSX Mads. And as I say, it all provisional at the minute, but that might come around December time. I think the 6th of December was rumoured as a date potentially for that. But of course, Mad forever in our hearts, forever going to be missed here in FRL, and hopefully he is looking down. Of course, where we did pick up that infamous race win in FRL F2 a couple of seasons ago. And now we go to United States Grand Prix race. 28 laps, of course, awaiting our drivers out on track. Don't know why we've just rolled aboard suddenly with Yuri. Formation lap is beginning. I was beginning to think that we weren't going to get a formation lap there. But top 10 have qualified on that set of soft compounder tyres. Everyone else I would have expected to go on a set of mediums. They're not. Rackler, JB, Little Brookie, Mercs, all on a set of medium compounded tyres. Everyone else further down the field on a set of softs. Frankie, Bullboy, Arise, Michel Van Dongen, Sen and Dakes, all on a set of soft compound tyres. So in theory, they're going to be the quickest guys out on track. Let me know though in the comment section at this point who your top 3 is. I will give you my top 3 for the race at the end of this formation lap. But you there out on top, GTA Gamer in second. In terms of the run up towards turn number 1, I'd rather be on the inside. That is, as you have seen, on the left-hand side of the grid, next to the pit wall. That is where second position will come from. Normally, the guys in second, the guys on the even spots of the grid, get better run because of the better traction level on the inside of the track. On the outside of the track, where the racing line is, a lot of marbles kick up, and that's going to be there right from the start. So, anyone on the old numbers, first, third, fifth, for example, are all going to struggle potentially off the line. All depends on the launch, and all depends on the amount of wheel spin that these guys get, of course, out on track. And hopefully, nobody's going to struggle in wheel spin. It's going to be a very clean lap 1. There's going to be a lot of respect between these drivers. I've seen F3 this season. I haven't got much hope, many hopes, I think, coming into tonight. But as long as we get a clean start to this race, and a clean race throughout, I'd be very happy. Anything else is a positive. The sun now begins to burn through the clouds here at the start of this formation lap, and now coming through the final couple of corners. GTA Game, I think, is lagging slightly there in second. Just jumping about a little bit. We're now right on board with Yuri coming around the final corner. And I will predict my top 3, and it's not going to be like a bullboy sort of prediction, so don't get your hopes up with this one. I am going to go Sadio Mono for the win, no pressure. I'm going to go second Ivo, and for third I'm going to go for Yuri. Bit of a weird one, to be honest, but I think the odd numbers might just outdo the even numbers in terms of the longer term in the race. Watch out though, further down the field, on his good day, Bullboy potentially going to pick up a podium here tonight as well. No pressure, down in 15th position on that set of soft compounded tyres. As we glitch slightly in terms of the graphics. Oh, and the clouds have suddenly just come back over the track. 500 lights now going out here for the United States Grand Prix, round 14. And it is, lights down, away we go. New gets a phenomenal start off the line, and Sadio Mono's going to be there or thereabouts on them up towards turn number 1. Already 3-1 in the background. There's a Haas trying to force the inside on. I think that might be Little Brookie on the back of Frankie Monty, who tries to get that move done. Everyone, I think, has cleaned through turn number 1. There's 3-1 in the background there. Ali got down Messi and Scar, who have all got a little bit collided there. There's a contact moment there from the Haas, and that is JB round. Little Brookie is also around. Mr. Mercs, I think, got caught up in that as well. But Yuri leads the way by 7/10 of a second. Coming through the left-hander of turn 7 in towards 8 and 9. Yuri leads the way, and it's already a second the gap. GTA Gamer in second. Sadio Mono in third. Ivo's dropped down in position. Dan Messi has spun. Coming through turn number 9 as well, so he is round through turn number 9. Has dropped right to the back of the field. There's a few bits of contact further down the field. Up towards the front end though, relatively clean, which is good to see. Yuri leads the way. GTA Gamer in second. Sadio Mono though hunting down, trying to use up that ERS to good effect. He's going to try with that overspeed to try and get the move done on the outside and towards turn 12. Here he goes, the Belgian around the outside of the Dutchman. Dutchman goes in deep, holds the position, stays second for now. Neil Zano and Cassidy are having a fight, 4th and 5th position as well. And Neil Zano holds on to that position as well. And I think has actually just got ahead of him. So Neil Zano through and he's into 4th, Cassidy there in 5th, Ivo there in 6th. Yuri the Wild on top from GTA Gamer in second, Sadio Mono in third as we approach the end of lap 1. As I say, Little Brookie definitely got caught up in contact. I think JB might have got away with it. He was sent into a spin as well, so maybe a bit of contact happening at Rise, I think, might have been one getting caught up in the contact as well. We'll see who's going to come in the pit lane. Further down the field, there's 4 wide, nearly in towards the final corner there. Just in front, that was Bullboy and the likes coming through that part of the track. So Arise is in, Scar is in, Aligot is in, Arise, JB, Dan Messi and Little Brookie. All 6 of them are into the pit lane early on in this race. Further down the field, there's fights going on. Michel Van Dongen and Bullboy are side by side. Bullboy tries to go around the outside line there of Michel Van Dongen, who is there in 12th position. Hopefully, could have driven clean. He's running off line though, so that makes me think he's got a little bit of damage possibly as well. Sun now bursts through the clouds though here at the United States. Yuri leads the way. GTA Gamer in second, Sadio Mono there in third, and running down the straight now in towards turn number 12. GTA Gamer has got 70% of EOS to try and use up on the back of Yuri. There was a yellow flag, and that's Ali got that round through turn 2. So Ali got his round. I think there might have been a reset to track there as well from him. Just because I might be looking at the front end of the field doesn't mean I can focus on the mini-map on the right-hand side. I'm already an eagle-eyed viewer in terms of any reset the tracks. Yuri leading the way though, GTA Gamer in second, Mono in third. It's all settled down as Ali Goss has crashed coming through turn number 7. That might be the first safety car of the night. I think that might be off track though, potentially. Might be off track on the right-hand side of turn number 8 and turn number 9, I think, if I'm not mistaken. So that might not be actually a safety car unless he leaves the session. Car is already cleared up as everything has gone through, and that means the US is now enabled. On lap 3 out of 28, Neil Zarno right on the back of Sadio Mono. Gonna look to the inside line and towards turn number 1. Sen sets the fastest lap of the race, 35.8, but Neil Zarno down the inside line of the Belgian in towards turn number 1. And the Belgian holds sway and holds third position for now. Speaking of which, though, Neil Zarno tries to get the cut back on the outside through turn number 3. And if that was going to be pulled off there from Neil Zarno, I would just maybe left the stream, because that would have been insane if he tried to pull that one off. But he didn't. He wants to wait and send him behind. Patience is a virtue, my friend. He's there in fourth at this moment in time. Position changes, by the way, further down the field. Sen and Dates have gained 9 positions. Most positions gained as well from Frankie, gaining 5. Michelle Van Dungen's gained 6. Bullboy's gained 2. Mr. Merckx has gained 3. All basically from 5th, apart from Ivo who's lost a position, have gained positions. Top 4 remained as they are, but are they about to remain as they are? As Neil Zarno tries to get close on the back of Sadio Mono in towards turn number 12. Doesn't get the move done. Sen's going to get another move, I think, here on Rackler to the inside line. And Sen is through, and he's through, and he's into 9th position. Rackler there in 10th on a set of mediums, not putting up any fight. He's against a guy on a set of softs. Probably the best thing to do at this point. Rackler just lets him through, maybe with Dates on the back of him as well. Dates is pulled to the inside line. This is turn 15. He should let this one go, I think, Rackler. Dates on the inside line, gets the traction, gets the move done. Nice move that by Dates on Rackler. Rackler's fight will come longer term in this race in terms of that medium compound tyres. So even though he's losing positions, I wouldn't be worried at all, because those mediums are going to come into play. So as soon as I say that, though, he picks up a 3-second penalty. Really not helping his cause, is it, out on track here tonight? But Yuri leads the way from GTA Gamer there in second. Sadio Mono in third. Neil Zarno there in fourth. Looking to the F3 Discord, by the way. I'm sure there was some moments in qualifying. Yeah, Sadio Mono was saying he ended up 2/10 down in the first sector, and Neil Zarno ended 2/10 down, and he ended up 4/10 up. So clear time gains in terms of qualifying. In terms of the race, though, at the minute, 3rd and 4th position, and they're right beside each other as Ruben picks up a penalty in 7th. We'll run through the penalties as we get to lap 7, and then go on board again lap 14, lap 21, and lap 28 in terms of penalties. So keep an eye on that one. Arise have got the move done, by the way, I think, on JB. In fact, JB's just gone around the outside of him through turn number 1. It's a good fight going on for 16th and 17th there on the mini-map. Just running ball with these guys towards the front end of the field. Nothing happening towards the front end. Apart from maybe Van Dongen on the back of Rackler. Tries to get to the inside line of him, doesn't get the move done. Lou saying big DRS train, yeah, and the big cork in the bottle from this man here, Sen, 9th position, 3 seconds behind. He has got pace. He has got pace. He's got fresher softs, remember, as well. So he's clearly going to be quicker than everyone else ahead of him. We're obviously going to be wearing their tyres out. Now, normally in terms of the DRS zones around here, and in terms of the tyre management, I'd say drivers normally put in from around lap 7, lap 8. Then you get around 20 laps on a set of mediums, can last it to the end of the race from that point. Arise, by the way, and JB, I don't want to take anything off the front end of the battles, but Arise and JB are having a right humdinger here. Car 69 Arise, JB car 19, tries to go around the outside and towards 10-15. It's been bold and brave and brilliant. He's going to get the switchback. Oh, look at this for a switchback. JB Arise off track. Doesn't really matter in the end, but JB's doing he's into 16th. That would have been really nice if Arise kept it on track. He didn't, he ran off track there slightly. But Sen, this is what I was on about. Sen, even though they're in a cork in the bottle moment, 9th and 10th position, they're going to catch through the corners because they're on fresher tyres. Everyone else ahead in terms of time management will struggle, and then drivers will pin in probably 2-3 laps time. Rackler is the one to watch out for. On that sort of medium compactor tyres, he might be 11th and he might have a 3-second penalty. His tyres, though, are going to be coming into play from around this point onwards in this race. Both, though, Ferrari and Mercedes and the two Red Bulls, I think are going to go side by side perhaps here. Data on the back of Sen. Sen lets him to the inside line. Data on the outside, gets the job done. Exactly the same thing has just happened, just on the alternative sides as Van Dongen is through, goes deep in towards turn 12, gets the job done, as Little Brookie has had a moment coming out of turn number 2. So Little Brookie has spun through turn 2, he's got the car back going again, there was no reset to the track there from the Brit, and he's down there in 19th position. Has he got any damage on the car? Judging by how much he's losing time, yeah, he's lost his front wing completely. So Little Brookie, not going to be his night unless it's a safety car at this point in the race. Probably not going to be his night at all. And maybe his race is already run on lap 6 out of 28. But as long as he continues on and never gives up, potentially there's still points. If there's a few DNFs as this race goes on, Little Brookie can still pick up points. So never give up. Never give up is my motto. Here is Mono has just picked up a 3-second penalty. Mono picked up a 3-second penalty. Nils Arnold there in 4th, trying to hunt him down. And we are getting to the point where the penalties are going to be shown on the screen. I'll go to lap 7 for this. Jesse saying as well in the chat, hopefully tomorrow also some DRS trains, but then with some battles. It's FRL F1, Jesse. I mean, what would you rather expect? DRS trains and nothing happening, or DRS trains and everything happening? So I think the latter is going to happen tomorrow. And I think GTA Gaming is going to get Yuri in towards turn number 12. Junks to the inside line. On Yuri, gets the job done, shooting the Dutchman. On his fellow countryman, the Aston Martin through on the Williams, and he's through and he's into the lead of the race. Yuri will, I think, just sit tight and wait, maybe for moving towards turn number 1. But, second position, I think he's just waiting behind at this point now. If I was Yuri, I'd be sitting in behind at this point, letting GTA get away in front, but not letting Sadio Mano pass him behind, because he's got a 3-second penalty. Little Brookie's retired in the pit lane, which is unfortunate. He is out of the race, and is the first retirement in the pit lane. Aligos, of course, crashed early on. But if I was Yuri, I'd be sitting in behind, serving up, waiting for that ERS, but with him being only 4 tenths down, he could potentially lunge and move in towards turn 1 here. Dutchman on the back of him, not going to get the move done. Yeah, I'd just sit and wait him behind if I was Yuri. Set up their tyres, maybe get an overcut strategy going, and then, of course, he's going to have to focus on, because the big split up actually in this fact, Cassidy is the one struggling. He's gone too hard too early. This is the biggest indicator of tyre management around this track. Normally, when you're in a DRS train, but you're borderline a second like Cassidy was, you tend to lose the time and you tend to lose the slipstream. That's exactly what Cassidy's done, but he's also exacerbated his tyres. So Ivo there and Ruben pretty much there for 2-3 positions potentially here. As GTA Gamer leads the way, Yuri there in second. I think Yuri though is potentially going to get the run back at GTA Gamer in towards turn number 12. 4 tenths, 3 tenths, 2 tenths. This is going to be easy to the inside line for Yuri. Sails past him into the braking zone. He's on the inside line just to cover him off. Goes a little bit deep. And GTA Gamer comes back on the outside. And now GTA Gamer tries to go all the way around the outside. Ivo and Ruben, by the way, ahead of Cassidy. Exactly what I said was that going to happen has just happened. And GTA Gamer back down the inside line, not giving up this move at all. Gets the job done. Bit sideways out of 15, but he gets the job done. And there, Sonny Mono's trying to go all the way around the outside, but suddenly open a whole can of worms out on track here in the United States. GTA Gamer through, Yuri in second, Sonny Mono in third, Nils Arno in fourth, and then all of a sudden, Ivo and Ruben begin to come back into play, and they've just obviously got positions on Cassidy, who is into the pit lane, and he will probably go 21 laps now on a set of mediums. One-stop strategies can work around here. Yuri leads the way, Yuri on the backside with GTA Gamer who leads the way. Sadio Mano in third, Nils Arno in fourth. There are the penalties, by the way. I'm shocked, actually, that we've only got Sadio Mano, Ruben and Rackler on 3 seconds worth of penalties so far. I thought there would have been a lot more at this stage in the race. Everyone keeping it within the white lines. And, of course, track limits in terms of the track limits, which I forgot to bring you up to speed on, was between turns 9, 11, 12, 19 and 20. So quite a few. Van Dongen has just picked up a 3-second penalty there as well. Oh, apologies. Had to clear my throat there on the stream. Not the greatest sound you'll hear from me all night, but GTA Gaming leads the way. Yuri in second. He's trying to split that toe. The Aston Martin ahead of him. To the inside line goes Yuri. And if I was Sadio Mano, I'd try and risk this, you know. Down the inside line. Yuri's going to try and block him off. GT Gamer on the outside line. Now for the inside of turn 13. Aston Martin late on the brakes. Williams around the outside as well. Sadio Mano's just sitting back and waiting for something to happen in front so we can pick up 2 positions at this rate. Neil Zarno's beginning to really lose the tyres as well. And it's a really good fight between GTA Gamer and Yuri, nearly wheel banging through 16, and GTA Gamer just purely on the inside line gets the job done, and Sadio Mano's not risking this, is he? Round the outside of turn 19, absolutely marvellous if he can pull it off. I think he might have been coming in the pit lane there, but he gets the job done. Brilliant stuff by Sadio Mano. This is F3 at its finest. Yuri in third, Neil Zarno now chasing him down in fourth, and Sadio Mano's got pace. He's just absolutely gone away from Yuri down the straight, and Yuri's got no response. Really impressive, that stuff. GTA Gamer leads the way. Sadio Mano in second, Yuri in third. May I just stick it out on the line and just say, was that maybe the best F3 battle we've seen so far this season, any race? I think it might have been. Frankie has just crashed coming through turn number 2. He's got caught in the inside curb, I think, there. And he has. Has he got any damage? We'll run a ball with him now. I think the Ferrari has just got pure... Oh, I think he might have left side end plate damage actually on the car. Get a better view of this, hopefully. Yeah, left side end plate damage on the car. And the Ferrari is going to be struggling back to the pit lane as Sadio Mano now goes for the lead on the back of GTA Gamer. You know he's going to try and go... I thought he was going to try and jink him to the inside line there. I was expecting it, but the Belgian is through. And he's back into the lead of the race. Really good fight this for the lead. GTA Gamer in second, Yuri there in third, Neil Zarno in fourth. A lap 9 out of 28, so we are more than a quarter of the way through race distance here. And it's Sadio Mano out on top from GTA Gamer second, Yuri third, Neil Zarno in fourth. Ruben and Ivo, do you know how I said, as long as they get ahead of Cassidy, they'll be in this battle? Exactly what's happened. 5th and 6th, they're only 1.2 seconds off. They pretty much saved up their tyres in the ERS as well. Big advantage for them coming on the mediums later on in this race. The leader is in. Sadio Mano is in. Yuri also in. Neil Zarno stays out, as the GTA Gamer. So both Aston Martins stay out. And now it's the choice. Who pits in first? Surely, if you're the man in front, you'll be pitting this lap around. If you were Neil Zarno, you'd have to be forced to go an extra lap. The set of mediums will go on for the leaders that are in. Ivo and Van Dongen, by the way, are also in the pit lane. So there will go a set of soft compounded tyres off, and then a set of mediums will come on. Yuri's going to be very close to Mr. Merckx coming out the pit lane here. I think he's just going to be ahead. Yeah, Yuri's well ahead, in fact, coming out the pit lane there. Sadio Mano is ahead of him as well by around 1.5 seconds. Sadio Mano, I think Yuri got held up slightly in the pit lane. He must have done. I think Yuri got held up in the pit lane because it was only, what, 0.8 of a second between them, and now it's 1.5 seconds. So Yuri has lost double that amount of advantage that he had on the back of Sadio Mano. So he's definitely lost time there as Neil Zarno's going to attack for the race lead on his teammate in the Aston Martins. Neil Zarno to the inside line. Oh, and there's contact between them both. On the brakes, Neil Zarno early on the brakes. GTA Gamer was not expecting it. Clearly nobody in the party for the Aston Martin team. Neil Zarno leads the way. GTA Gamer in second, and Neil Zarno... Now, the first man out on track. Does GTA Gamer now come in the pit lane? He has to, surely, to cover off Sadio Mano and Yuri. Surely. Look at his pace. He's dropped off. Neil Zarno's pulling away from him. Maybe Neil Zarno's the one coming in. We'll see. Neil Zarno stays out. GTA Gamer is in. That's exactly what I thought. GTA Gamer is in. Has just overshot his tyres, and now he's going to be potentially behind. There's other battles going on further down the field. 2x2 Noah's Ark, Arise and Dan, and Cassidy and JB getting moves done there. So Arise through and he's into 14th. On that side of hards, he'll go to the end on those tyres if he can. Cassidy through on JB as well, as the other McLaren of Scar has spun coming out of turn 14. The Scar is around turn 14. Oh, and he just rejoins track right in the middle of an absolute cluster of cars, and I think Arise, has he just picked up an illegal overtake, Arise? I think he has. Or has he got damage? Just Scarver spun. Scarver spun again. And Arise is coming in the pits. So Arise into the pit lane. He's not, and he actually picks up a 3-second penalty. He overshot himself. Cassidy's now going to get the move on Dan. Cassidy in a fresh set of softs, all of a sudden, beginning to come into contention again. Cassidy through and he's into 13th, Dan in 14th, and Arise Not really sure what he was thinking there, to be honest. Missed the pit lane. Completely messed it up in terms of the braking. Never really seen anybody do that before in my whole history of commentary. Saudi Mono and Ballboy, by the way, going side by side. Two old F2 rivals in the past, and they go side by side. Saudi Mono there, Ballboy and Yuri. And Jesse's saying in the chat, yeah, good undercut, but it's all dependent now on Yuri getting past Ballboy. Needs to lunge it here. He's going to wait behind. All of that undercut work that he did on Saudi Mono, this is going to waste because Ballboy now is holding him up. Ballboy likes to stay out as well. So trust me when I say this, if Ballboy stays out and Yuri doesn't get this in towards turn number 1, this is a nightmare. Ballboy's in the pit lane and now frees up Yuri, but Yuri has got DRS. Saudi Mono hasn't. So big advantage there for Yuri in the end, and goes 7 thousandths quicker in terms of the fastest lap. Zono though leading the way, lap 12 out of 28 in a very exciting F3 race here tonight. Dakes is on the back of Ruben, side by side actually between him and Mr. Merckson towards turn number 1. Dakes gets the job done on the inside line. Mr. Merck's there in 9th position at this moment in time, and then Sen in 10th. Oh, as my voice is really going now. I wish I had a co-commentator now alongside me. Arise is retired in the pit lane, and has left the session. So clearly there was a bit of front wing damage. Might have been a bit of contact with Scar maybe in that. Didn't see it on the stream. Can only assume might have been contact between Scar and Arise. I wonder, because the way Scar came out on track and rejoined, it's a little bit dangerous from his perspective. So maybe there's been a clip of front wing when he's cut across rejoining track. Scar's tried to take avoiding action, hasn't realised they're there, and Arise has obviously picked up damage. I probably think that's what's happened there. Stewards will decide, and because Scar may have been involved in that incident, may get somebody else to look at that for sure. At 13, everything's just now gone serene. It's gone quiet now out on track. Gives me a chance to certainly catch up on what has happened so far in this race. The main battle, though, at this moment in time, was Saudi Mono and Yuri. But because Saudi Mono has just picked up a second 3-second penalty of the night, that now puts him on 6, he's going to be behind GTA Gamer and Ivo as a result. But now I think it all depends on, has Yuri got the pace? He's got 70% of ERS. Looking at the telemetry on the bottom left, you're new to F3, first time you're tuning in tonight, 65% of ERS. Basically, whenever they go through a corner, they conserve energy. Whenever they go out of a corner, they waste away energy. So basically here, 72%, and then on the exit of turn 9, he only uses up 2%. But there we go. Now, because he uses up the ERS to try and latch onto the back of the slipstream of Saudi Mono, this will be Yuri now using this down the straight. So if you're new to F3, try to explain that in the best possible terms. Yuri probably not the best example to go on board with there, to be honest. But on the run down the straight in towards turn number 12, Nilzano, Rackler, Saudi Mono currently top 3. I'm surprised actually Nilzano still out on track. I thought he would have came in the pit lane a good 2-3 laps ago. Still out of the pit lane. Is he going to be coming in the pit lane this lap around? Surely he's got to come in. He stays out. Oh no, he's in. Thank goodness for that. It was a late call for Nilzano into the pit lane. Now puts Rackler in the lead of this race. Longer term, on a set of softs, he's going to be 2 seconds quicker than everyone else. Watch out for Rackler. If he's ahead of Van Dongen coming out the pit lane, Rackler's got a really good chance of maybe even sneaking a win here. Not even being serious with that. I think that might still that might happen. Even though he's got penalties, I think that might happen. Rackler was normally quite good. In terms of his overtaking, in terms of his driving so far, brilliant. We are 2/3 of the way through this, two halves through this race. We're halfway through this race, and there are the penalties as it stands. Rackler's got 6, in fact. Saudi Mono's got 6. Ruben's got 6, and then the rest have got 3. So it's Dakes, Mr. Merck, Sen, Michelle Van Dongen, Cassidy, Dan, and Frankie Monty, who have all got 3 seconds. Nilzano has just picked up a 3-second penalty, as I've just come off on board that penalty update as well. So add Nilzano to that fact as well. You in the back of Sodomano. This is going to be a move for the net race lead, with Rackler being 2.5 seconds up the road. Here he pulls the inside line. Easy as you like. Gave him about as much room as what you would do to the Mexican border there, I think, Yuri. And he now leads the way from Sodomano in second. Or in a net second, and then GTA Gamers in a net third. Ruben, by the way, getting caught up in a really good battle here with Dakes and Neil Zarno. By the way, in terms of position gains, Dakes is getting 12 positions. 12 positions from the start of this race. Right down the back of the field, he's done a phenomenal job at this moment in time. Sen has also gained 10, but Sen is under pressure for Mr. Merckx to lose P9 and then go into P10. So maybe that is going to happen. Dakes on the back of Ruben, though, looks more immediate. He's on the back of him running down the straight. He's got 25% of EOS, and in fact he's going to not use anything up. So Dakes breaks in behind on the back of Ruben. And a very good race here, the Mercedes, at this point, on the run up towards turn number 1. Dakes, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, is he reserve here tonight? Let me check on the chat. Pretty sure he is filling in. Yeah, he's a reserve for Jesse. That's why Jesse's missing. He's not here tonight. And Arise replacing Alpha King. He's already at the race, though, out on track as well. JB's just picked up a 3-second penalty. Down there in 17th, in Plum last at this moment in time. Might have a fight going on with Star, but now within a second, Yuri out of DRS range, and Sadio Mano's going to come back at Yuri here. Doesn't even know to use up any ERS. Pulls to the inside line. Job done in towards turn 12. Yuri backed off early, just in case Sadio Mano goes deep, which he does slightly. He gets the positions. The Belgian through, and he's into second, and the Dutchman down into third. But don't worry at all about what's happening at the front end of the field. There's a spinner, Frankie Monty, I think, has just gone round in front of JB and Scar. Has he picked up damage again, Frankie Monty? Oh, he's got no front wing. Frankie Monty's got no front wing. Trust me when I say this, by the way, there are safety cars on here tonight. Just haven't needed one at this stage. At this moment in time, we haven't needed a safety car. Never know. Might be one coming in a few laps. Ruben, 3-second penalty again. From Sadio Mano on the back of Rackler. Rackler just trying to defend thin air there, to be honest, in towards turn number 1. It's to try and have a negative effect on the slipstream. But look at this, because Sadio Mano's already alongside him. So late on the break through turn number 1. What does he do here, though, Rackler? Because he's going to have to defend from Sadio Mano. He's got Yuri in behind. Surely Yuri's the best chance as Frankie Monty has retired out on track. Oh, was that a crash in the wall coming into the braking point at turn 12? Not saying that was on purpose. That's a weird, weird place to go off at. Weird place to go off at. Really strange. Have to get a POV shot of that, surely. Surely. That's a bit suspect for my liking. Sadio Mano on the back of Rackler. And on the back of him down the straight, it is Sadio Mano's move for the lead of the race, and Yuri's going to come steaming at Rackler as well. Pulls the inside line. Rackler's not going to defend, and Yuri through, surely into the second. Rackler tries to go around the outside line, to be fair. Doesn't get the move done. Sadio Mano leads the way. Yuri in second. Rackler now down to third. If there is a time and a place now for Rackler to come in, it's this lap. Bring GTA and Ivo into play. Get them in slipstream range of the guys ahead. And Rackler, I think, should pit in now. This is his point to pit in. If he leaves it any later, he's going to be behind Van Dongen, behind Ballboy, and he's going to struggle to make progress in this race. So Rackler is starting to stay at an extra lap. It's not too bad, I guess, but ideally I would have put it that lap. 12 laps on the Southern Softs can work if you're good on your tyres. Rackler may be thinking that he's not good on his tyres, may be thinking that he can go an extra couple of laps on that set of medium compounder tyre. Now the battle for the lead, which is technically not a battle for the lead because of the penalty situation. Sadio Mano leads the way, Yuri in second, Rackler there in third, GT Gamer in fourth, Ivo there in fifth. And the front two now begin to pull away, but look at what has happened. Rackler has stayed out an extra lap and has got GTA Gamer, Ivo, and Neil Zarno all within DRS range now. So it's a 5, maybe even a 6-car train, actually, for the lead of this race. Rackler's done a good job there. The Red Bull helping out GTA Gamer, helping out Ivo, but the big point is, will Ivo go for this move? He has to. Sorry, will GTA Gamer go for this move? He has to. He's got limited ERS to use up. So has Rackler, though. And look at the extra ERS he's got. As Yuri now goes for the race lead on Sorio Mono down the inside line. Into 12. Both moves done. Yuri Thuni's into the lead. GTA Gamer there into third. Sorio Mono tries to battle back up the hill towards 13, but he doesn't get the job done. Yuri Thuni's into the lead. I wasn't expecting that move at all from the lead of the race, but the Belgian is through. The Dutchman, sorry, is through on the Belgian. He's into the lead of the race. Sorio Mono having probably one of his best races all season, I think, here in the United States. GTA Gamer in third. Rackler surely going to have to come in. Sideways out of turn 18 there. And Rackler, he's staying out again. He's losing the chance of possibly coming top 10 here, Rackler. And now Ivor's on the back of him, and Rackler's got limited ERS. Look at Ivor, he's just going to saunter alongside him. Get him on the brakes, maybe in towards turn number 1. Ivor thinks about it, has to send the lunge, and that's job done. Could have easily got that move done about 20 yards sooner, but Ivor Thuni's into 4th. Rackler there down to 5th, and Rackler has to come in. He has to come in, surely. He's just wasting away his chance of potentially picking up a top 10 finish. Sorio Mono has picked up another 3-second penalty as well. We'll bring you the next penalties update as we get to lap 21. That'll be the next penalties update. Been a relatively good race for F3. I wish I could commentate on F3 a lot longer this season. And Sorio Mono now in the back of Yuri. Look at how much limited effort he's doing on the ERS. Saunters alongside, gets the lead of the race. Sorio Mono leading the way, Yuri in second, GTA Gamer in third, and I'm just going to use these two now in the same breath as two other drivers and from F1. Sorio Mono and Yuri reminded me a bit like the Jeddah battle in TTML between Jensen and Tom Robbo. That was a really good fight as well, and it's chopping and changing at the same rate as that. Neil Zorno, by the way, going to go for a beautiful switch back on Rackler, coming out of turn 15. Rackler's on the inside line. Neil Zorno, though, hats off to him. Absolute brilliant move. He's got fresher tyres as well involved in this. And Neil Zorno has just done out Rackler, and if that's not a memo to come in the pit lane, I don't know what is. Beautiful move by Neil Zorno. Thuni's into 5th. Rackler now in the pit lane. Where's he going to come out, though? If he gets ahead of Mr. Merckx, he's got a real chance. He's got a real chance of carving his way through the field here. Sedosovs go on. He's out of his pit box now. The Red Bull pit box towards the top end of the pit lane. Merckx is coming around the final corner. This is going to be tight. I think this is going to work out in Rackler's favour. And Rackler's got on another set of mediums. Rackler's got on another set of medium compounded tyres. Surely that's the wrong selection. That has to be the wrong selection. He's out of the pit lane ahead. But Rackler's gone to the mediums. He's going to get disqualified if he goes to the end. Oh, you have to feel sorry for him. You have to feel sorry for him. And he's now going to come in the pit lane, take another 19-second pit stop. Yuri, by the way, is going to go for Sorio Mono again. These two are just going to have a really good battle for the lead of this race. Yuri threw it on Sorio Mono into the lead. GTA Gamer's on the back as well. Neil Zorno there in 5th on the back of Ivo. But yeah, Rackler, another set of mediums. Did he come in the pit lane that one? I'm going to go quickly race director and just check Rackler's tyres. Yeah, there you see it. Mediums. So he has to go into a set of softs. It's the wrong call for Rackler. He knows it. He knows it. Coming through that part of the track. He knows it. Van Dongen and Ruben, by the way, just... sorry, Van Dongen and Ballboy, I should say, have just had a change up in position. And now, three-way battle for the lead commences, with Yuri leading the way, Sorio Mono in second. Not going to be close enough in towards turn 1. You can witness as well, the yellow fuel light is on for Sorio Mono. That normally means, as with GTA Gamer, as with Ivo, as with Neil Zorno, Yuri's the only one that hasn't got the yellow fuel lights on out of the top 5. That's a big concern for the guys behind Yuri at this point, because they're all underfueled their car. And they're going to have to save up on their fuel in the final few laps. They have to. Yuri, I think, just made a mistake there, I think, through turn number 9. He was sideways out of turn 9. Just off a really awkward camera shot there, but he was sideways out of turn 9. And now, let's Sorio Mono and GTA Gamer into play for the lead of the race once again. Here we go again. Round number 10 between these two for the race lead. Sorio Mono pulls the inside line, gets the job done. Through into the race lead he goes. Neil Zarno's going to make light work as well of Ivo. In towards turn 12. Gets the job done. He's through and he's into 4th. Oh, this is building up to be a really intense battle. All of these guys keep this clean. This is the best F3 battle so far this season. It really is. Sodio Mono leads the way. Yuri in 2nd. GTA Gamer in 3rd. Nilzano in 4th. Ivo there in 5th. They pull miles clear of Dakes and Ruben, who have their own private battle for 6th and 7th. Sen in 8th. Rackle in 9th. Van Dongen in 10th. Bullboy in 11th. Cassidy, Mr. Merckx, Dan, JB top 15, and then Scar right down the bottom end of the field, picking up the forbidden wooden spoon here in F3 tonight as Ruben's picked up another penalty. I think that's now 12 seconds, potentially. As we go on board with him, on board with Yuri in towards turn number 1. 15 seconds for Ruben. 15 seconds for Ruben. If there's any lesson that he's going to learn out of this race, it's probably not to corner cut every single corner out on track. Sodio Mono though, 9 seconds worth of penalties. There's the penalties up there, by the way, to the left-hand side. Sodio Mono on 9, Nilzano on 3, Dake on 3, Ruben on 15, Sen on 6, Rackler on 6, Van Dongen on 6, Cassidy on 3, Mr. Merckx on 3, Dan on 3, JB on 3 as well. Bullboy, by the way, potentially going to gain quite a number of positions right from the bottom end of the field. Have to wait and see. Yuri, is he close enough this time? And Sodio Mono, I think, for the first time all the race, Sodio Mono is on the slipstream range, and Dakes and Ruben have had a crash coming out of turn number 11, and it's a safety car. What on earth has happened there? Ruben's there. Dakes is on the other side of the track, I think. Dakes' car, I think, has gone. And they've both ended up colliding into the braking zone of turn 11. What on earth has happened there? Between them both. Didn't see that at all on stream, so I apologise about that. But now, this brings the safety car into play. Talk about drama. Sodio Mono now leads. Yuri in 2nd, GTA Gamer in 3rd. If I was all of these guys in the top 5, I'd pit in for a set of softs. I'd put in for a set of softs because I know everyone else would further down the field. And that's exactly what's going to happen. So they're all coming in the pit lane. Neil Zarno is staying out. Interesting. Neil Zarno's staying out. Fresh. Can you call it fresh set of mediums? Everyone else is going to come in for a set of softs. And they're all going to be so much quicker than everyone else. Yuri, I think, just held up Sodio Mono there coming through the pit lane. Neil Zarno, though, on a set of mediums leads the way. Rackler, by the way, has been saved completely by this strategy call. Being absolutely saved by this safety car. Sedasovs now goes on. He all of a sudden has got a big chance of getting into this race. Rackler has been utterly saved by this safety car. And if I get to interview him in the top 3 interviews later on, Rackler 7th, that safety car has saved his race. Absolutely saved his race. No other words about it. Michael showing support there in the chat as well for Cass. That is Cassidy, of course, in 11th position, 2.1 seconds behind Bullboy. But of course, they're all now going to bunch up underneath this safety car. Scar, by the way, I think was a lap down. He came in the pit lane for set of softs, or he came in just before that safety car happened. Rather fortunate again for Scott, but he's nowhere near everyone. So Scott will catch up, obviously, to the back of the safety car queue. We'll be waiting, I think, until lap 23 to get underway. Maybe on the end of lap 23. Nizano leads the way, Sodio Mono in 2nd, Yuri in 3rd. I'm going to take a quick break from commentary, just to save my voice slightly, and I'll be back in around a minute or two's time. As I'm back after cleaning my throat out there, Nilzano leads the way, Sodio Mono in 2nd, Yuri there in 3rd, GTA Gamer in 4th, then we have Ivo in 5th, Sen in 6th, Rackler there in 7th, Mr. Merckx in 8th, Van Dongen in 9th, Bullboy in top 10, he's now going to be picking up potentially 4 or 5 positions as a result of this. Cassidy in 11th, Dan in 12th, JB 13th, and Scar in 14th. They're the ones continuing on. Not sure, as I say, what happened with Dakes and Ruben in the chat. There's nothing being reported either in the F3 chat either. So I'm assuming they're just going to go mad at each other in DMs, potentially. Otherwise, if they're in the same party and they've worked it out between themselves, fair play to them. But that was... I'm not saying it was a bit suspect between them both, but the way they crash in towards turn 11, the braking zone, makes me think one of them's gone into the back of another, and then they've ended up colliding. I don't know, unless they were side by side. Stewards will obviously come out on that one. We didn't see it on the chat. And hopefully the stewards will get, of course, on top of that one. But it's Niels Arnold that leads the way. Had a little bit of a collision there between Sadio Mano and Niels Arnold. Looked very close. But prime spot currently for Yuri in third position. 7/10 of a second off, obviously. Score's going to be latching onto the back of the safety car queue. So we are going to get 3 laps of DRS towards the checkered flag. Unless there's another safety car at the start of this lap. And I really hope there's not, to be honest. F4, by the way, is also going on at this moment in time. I'm just going to quickly tune in to the F4 stream and see how that is going. I need to catch up also on the Apple event that has also happened. Yeah, F4 seems to be having a few problems in terms of the streaming here tonight. And I can't see what's actually going on in F4. There we go, I found the F4. Safety car's going to be coming in this lap. And currently it is Texrex out on top, Pippo in second, and Ignelis, I think, they're in third, Costa in fourth in F4. F3 though, about to get back underway, and it is Niels Arnold now, the virtual Bert Marlander. He's the virtual safety car, but surely he's going to be now sinking in a quagmire in terms of these guys and the set-us-offs behind, because Sadio Mano, Yuri, GTA Gamer and Ivo all more immediately are going to be right on the back of Niels Arnold. And for me, I'm sorry Niels Arnold, I'm just going to put you into the spotlight now. He's got no chance of keeping these guys at bay. 8 lap all mediums against basically 1 lap old softs. Know what I'd be on at this stage, and that'll be the 1 lap old softs. But we'll wait for Niels Arnold to go. He's going to go out of the final corner, on the run to the line. Sadio Mano tries to overtake him actually, got caught by the safety car start there, and now GTA Gamer got completely caught up with that as well, and Yuri and Ivan now side by side into turn number 1. GTA Gamer though goes for an impossible dive down the inside line. What a move that is by GTA Gamer through, and Ivan's going to get the inside line as well. I think it was a bollard or a bit of contact further down the field from somebody. Yuri on the back of Ivan though. Ivan gets the job done. He's into fourth. That was insane from GTA Gamer down the inside line there. Had absolutely no entitlement to be down the inside. They gave each other room. That's racing at its finest. Phenomenal work. And now look at Sadio Mano on the back of Niels Arnold. And Niels Arnold all of a sudden is the one coming under sustained pressure from the Belgian in behind. And now look, because he's got a whole soft train right on the back of him, coming down the straight in towards turn number 12. Niels Arnold leads the way. Sadio Mano in second, and now Sadio the Belgian is right on the back of the Dutchman. He pulls the outside line in towards turn number 12. Shoot, he's going to pull alongside on the grip, gets the move done around the outside of turn 12. Beautiful stuff by Sadio Mano. There's GTA Gamer in the inside line. Lets his teammate through. Niels Arnold there in third now. And Ivo in fourth. And Yuri in fifth. And Ivo's going to go side by side with Niels Arnold, who's all out of shape coming down to 14. And Ivo right on the back of him. Not going to get the move done. That's exactly what I predicted at the safety car restart. Mr. Merckx and Ballboy have lost the position to Cassidy further down the field. Not sure what's going on there. I think Cassidy might have just launched a dive down the inside at turn 15 and got the job done on both of them. But brilliant racing, lap 25 out of 28. Head commentator in FRL is not going to have a voice by the end of tonight. Sadio Mano leads the way, GTA Gamer in second, Niels Arnold in third. Oh shoot, he's going to have to launch this down the inside line. And he sort of half committed the move there. He's not side by side with him. Bullboy and Mr. Merckx are side by side. Through turn 1, Bullboy through, and he's into 10th. Dan Messi around the outside of turn number 2. This will be quite good as well from Dan Messi. Contact between them both. And he's gone spearing off track, and that's an AlphaTauri. Maybe going for the wall there. Mr. Merckx sideways has recovered the car. He's in the back of the wall, I think, maybe picking up rear wing damage. And that's unfortunate. Side by side though, bit of wheel contact just through that corner is enough to send you off camber, and that's what's happened there between them both. And Mr. Merckx has also spun and retired from the session as well. I might deploy another safety car, actually. Well, map 25 though, so I don't think I won. GTA Gamer on the back of Sorry Amano. Neil Zarno and Ivo as well, side by side. GTA Gamer, oh my god, forced it down the inside line. That's way too late on the brake. Sorry Amano forced to the outside line. Is the Alpine going to get back on the inside? He is. Oh, on the interlock on wheels. There's desync between them both slightly. And GTA's going to be very careful down the inside line at turn 15. Forces Sadio off track, and Sadio has to retake the position. Sadio leads the way. GTA Gamer around the outside though, and I think Sadio might have picked up an illegal overtake in that. So GTA Gamer through and he's into the lead. Sadio in second, Ivo in third, Ilzano in fourth. Oh my god, there's still 3 laps to go in this race. GTA Gamer leads the way. DRS now enabled. Ivo's out of the DRS range at this point, but remember, DRS is not enabled until we get to turn 11 to turn 12. That is when the DRS will come online. And this is big opportunity now for GTA Gamer to perhaps take a race win. Looking at the standings as well, coming into tonight, it has been a really good night's worth of action, and I'm just going to get up the standings quickly. In fact, I can get them up a little bit quicker, so I've got them up on my iPad. And GTA Gamer, second in the championship, 153 points. I was currently second, technically, because Sadio Mano has got all of those penalties. Might look into getting them removed, potentially. All depends. Sadio Mano, the more immediately he's going to get this move done. Here we go for the battle again between them both. For the race lead, and the Alpine saunters through to the inside of turn 12 and gets the job done. Down the straight in towards turn 12, gets the job done. And Yuri's going to get Neil Zarno as well down the inside line. And Yuri cannons into the side of Ivo. And Neil Zarno's got damage as well. He goes into the back of him and now opens up Sen and Rackler all into play as well. Neil Zarno's got damage. Ivo hasn't. Luckily for him, he hasn't. Sen and Neil Zarno, though, are side by side with damage. And it's going to cause a whole Constantina effect in behind. These guys just need to get out of the way, I think, at this point. And look at how slow they're going. They have to back up everyone. Ball Boy's around the outside, and Cassidy around the outside. And Cassidy goes off track, I think. Dan Messi was off track. Goodness knows where this race has suddenly turned. Sadio Mano leads the way. GTA Gamer in second. And there's a yellow flag, and I think that's Yuri in the wall. Yuri in the wall. Neil Zano's caught up in an incident as well. So both of them are out of contention now. And GTA Gamer's gone for the lead on Sadio Mano. Rackler's gone for the move on Sen as well. Sen's staying out just with that damage. It's going to cause all hopes and dreams of everyone in behind going. Scar is, I think, cannon into the back of Cassidy in the background as well. And it's going round in turn 1. All getting a little bit reckless out on track now between these guys. It's F3. Calm it down, guys. Calm it down. GTA Gamer leads the way. Sadio Mano in second. Ivo in third. The main battle comes between the front 3 now. Ballboy on the back of Michel van Dongen out of turn 11. This is turn 11. And he doesn't get the move done. Scar is through on Cassidy, by the way. Maybe Cassidy, actually. Let him through there. And if that's a good sportsmanship, if that is the case. Sadio Mano to the inside line. It's the race lead back off GTA Gamer. But if I was the man going on to the final lap of the race, I'd be the one in behind. Because I'd be pressurising Sadio Mano, even though he's got penalties. You may as well pressurise him and just get that win out on track. Alpine against Aston Martin, potentially. Ivo. Anything happens between these front 2, Ivo, the championship leader, is in a whole big game, potentially, for these guys out in front. GTA Gaming picks up a 3-second penalty. That's it. Final lap of the race about to begin here in the United States in Austin, Texas. Cassidy goes for the move again on Scar. I think has spun coming out of turn 15. He's got the car back going again, luckily. GTA Gamer, though, goes for Sadio Mano in towards turn 1. Not hanging around here. And GTA Gamer goes for the race lead. And that's too early. That is way too early. Because Sadio Mano, Sen and Rackler are having a fight for 4th and 5th. Rackler's had a really good race here tonight. After botch up in terms of his safety car start, or the safety car helping him out. In terms of the botch up, in terms of his strategy, he could end up finishing 4th in this race. Really impressive. Scar's retired in the pit lane. Not surprised, really, judging by how those last couple of laps went. GTA Gamer, though, Sadio Mano's right on the back of him. And Ivo's not entirely out of this as well. DRS section point is gone, so he's out of DRS range, Ivo. Sadio Mano isn't, though. He's on the back of GTA Gamer for the final lap. This is for the crowning glory here in the United States. Belgian against Dutch. Who's going to get the race win? In towards turn number 12. Sorry Mono attacks to the outside line, throws marbles in his face. Does GTA Gamer, but he's so late on the brakes. GTA to the inside line. Fair respect between them both. Sorry Mono now on the inside line though will get the job done. In through 13. Lovely stuff between them both. GTA Gamer's going to have one more try maybe in towards turn 15. But he knows that his battle is probably for the penalties because he's got none. Penalties is going to be going his way here. Rackler and Sen, by the way. Rackler sends it on Sen. And nearly gets the job done. Sideways movement, there's a yellow flag. Oh, and it's Sonny Umano. Sonny Umano, I think, has run out of fuel. He has. Sonny Umano's run out of fuel. He's picked up a 10-second penalty. And GTA Gamer, round the final corner, takes the win in America. Ivo in second. Sonny Umano in third. Has got so many penalties. Ballboy's going to end up on the podium. Ballboy's third. Dan Messi in fourth. Sen in fifth. And Sonny Umano... 10-second penalty will be taken off, obviously, with a cut through turn 19. So taking 10 seconds off his time. I don't know where he ends up as a result. He's down there in 9th, though. Cassidy across the line in 12th. Yuri, what could have been for Yuri? 3rd in the championship. One of his worst races of the season. And he's going to finish in 11th and outside of the points. Disappointing for Yuri. He's there in 11th. Sets a fastest lap. He gets that extra point, though, at least. But all depends, of course, on what stewards might want to see after that race. It was crazy in F3 tonight. Drop the day, well, but in-game fans, Ballboy. Ballboy finishes in 3rd position, out on track, phenomenal drive, and I don't know where that race suddenly went towards the end there, but brilliant racing, out on track, and it is GTA Gamer to the top step of the podium, and that is his first race win all season. First race win all season. Has not been... He's finished 2nd and 3rd before. Twice 2nd, twice 3rd, and a few 4ths. Consistency is the key. But finally, after 14 races of trying, he gets the race win here in America. And with 2 rounds to go, Mexico and Brazil, can't wait for them one to come up as well. But GTA Gamer takes the win here from Ivo in 2nd, Ballboy there in 3rd. They'll be the 3 getting the interviews here tonight. Dan Messi in 4th, Sen in 5th, JB there in 6th, drove very well considering the race he had on a 3-stop, finished in 6th, drove well. Van Dongen in 7th, Rackler there in 8th, Sadio Mano in 9th in the end, 19 seconds worth of penalties. 10 seconds will get removed, so we'll be ahead of Sen. So potentially, Sadio Mano will finish 5th. Potentially. Don't see anything wrong in terms of penalties. We picked up a 10-second extra penalty at the end of that race. Cassidy in 10th in the end, Yuri in there at 11th. Scott retiring late on in 12th, and then all the retirements coming up now. Ilzano, Mr. Merck, Stakes, Ruben, who crashed obviously together, Frankie Monty Arise, Little Brookie, and Traffic Ali Goss. But it's GTA Gamer out on top, Ivo 2nd, Ballboy there in 3rd, and we'll now bring in, if we can, hopefully, the top 3. And I'm going to invite them to the party now. I'm in another party with somebody else, so this might get a little bit complicated for this. I'll try and get them all in. There's GTA Gamer, there is Ballboy, and there is Ivo, and we'll get the front 3 in to the party. Hopefully they'll all join. I'm sure they will. They'll sure have their voices on share as well. Absolute madness. Madness in F3. Drive of the day that will come definitely later on. I will, of course, bring that to you at the end of the live stream in terms of my driver of the day. But hopefully we'll get the top 3 in. GTA Gamer, Ivo and Ballboy have all been invited. I can see Ivo's popping into the party. I saw his little headset pop up there on the bottom left of my screen. We'll obviously wait for GTA and Ballboy to get in the commentary chat as well. That was an absolute humdinger of a race. Absolutely brilliant in terms of the battling out on track. Hopefully, as I say, we can hear from our race winner. No Ballboy normally joins, so he might be joining there for 3rd. But I will start off then the interviews by coming to Ivo first. Of course, our championship leader, finishing in 2nd here tonight. What did you make of that race? Because that was a bit crazy.
Yeah, it was a crazy race. Yeah, not good quality for me. P5, not happy with that. Yeah, the race, I don't know what happened over there. I almost got a straight line, it was in lap 27. But yeah, overall it was a good race for me.
Yeah, it was a really good race from your perspective. Talk us through that final 2 laps, because I was right on board with it as well on the stream. And you got cannoned into the side of by Yuri. What on earth happened?
Yeah.
Did you just completely mess it up on the brakes?
Yeah, I think that happened. I don't know what happened with him. I think he missed his braking point or so. Yeah, I was turning in the corner and I see a Williams in my side pods. Yeah.
Yeah, luckily
I
you didn't get any damage
damage.
from that as well, because it could have easily ended up being you towards the bottom end of the field, and you finishing 11th, where Yuri actually did, out on track as well. But phenomenal race, obviously, from your perspective. Next week we've got Mexico. How do you think you're going to get on around there?
Yeah, pretty decent on the track. USA was my best track, so happy that I can finish P2. But yeah, Mexico, not my best track, but fun to drive.
Yeah, definitely so. I think it's like your 9th podium this season as well that you might have picked up in terms of the result. Of course, hold the championship lead going into next week in Mexico. Ivor, you can go and enjoy your evening.
Yeah, thank you too, mate.
Very welcome indeed. And we'll now move on to the man who somehow has got P3 here out on track. It is Ballboy. And Ballboy, whenever I come on to F3, I seem to interview you because you always get on the podium. Talk us through that race, because it was absolute chaos.
Well, yeah, I mean, I think this is like only my 2nd podium this season, but, yeah, I have to say the first, like, 3/4 of that race up until the safety car, I mean, nothing much was happening for me. I know there was a few battles, like, near the end before the safety car was deployed, but I was in no man's land. There was nobody to really fight with. But yeah, like every single season in USA, the same strategy I have is just don't get any penalties or whatever. And I didn't, and that kind of really helped at the end, especially with the podium. But yeah, I think without the safety car though, I would have finished like 10th at best probably. So yeah, and it was kind of strange because I saw some people retiring that probably was in the pits because that didn't really trigger a safety car. But yeah, with no practice, my only lap today was, the first lap I did was at the end in qualifying. So yeah, I didn't really have any practice whatsoever, and once again it's just paid off somehow, bizarrely once again. So I'll take the 15 points.
Definitely take the 15 points. Talk us through that safety car, P, because as you say, you were down in, 10th, 11th position, I think, and then suddenly ending up P3. That safety car helped you out massively.
Yeah, I don't think it was happen. Like, especially towards the end of the race when, like, nobody was crashing, or if they did, then, yeah, like I said, they were just retiring in the pits. So, yeah, really bizarre, because usually in F3 we get, like, 5 safety cars, so surprised to see the one. But, yeah, it happened at the right time for me. I was thinking maybe it was a little bit too early, because perhaps, like, the top, 5 people would start to pull away, but only the top 2 did, and they didn't have penalties. So yeah, like, what was it, like 15th to 3rd? I'll definitely take it for sure. Amazing result.
15th to 3rd, and potentially getting my driver of the day votes as well, which I think will look quite good on the CV, that's for sure. Same question as I asked Ivo, of course. Mexico next week. How do you think you're going to get on around there? Is it a track that you're very strong at?
Yeah, I don't mind Mexico. I think it's just down to the other players, really, like what they do, because I'll be just driving my own race, so it just depends if they'll get penalties if there's another late safety car, because if there is, then another podium could be on the cards, but if not, then I guess it's just a P10 for me again. But I'll be happy with points anyway, so whether it's 10th or 3rd, that'll be good. Excellent.
Yeah, I think you've moved ahead of Oliver as well in the championship. So I think you are 8th now in the championship as well going into Mexico. Your joint best result of the season as well as Canada. Obviously 5th positions before that in both Bahrain and in Belgium. So hopefully the form will continue and you can go on and enjoy your evening.
Thank you very much, and thank you for commentating.
You're very welcome
Today?
indeed. Oh, my voice is gone after that. It's completely and utterly done for after that. And F1's coming up tomorrow as well, of course. But big thank you, of course, to Ivo and Ballboy for the interviews. Much appreciated, of course, as always. And with GTA Gamer, I think not joining... Does he normally do interviews, GTA Gamer?
I mean, I'm hardly here anyway, so it's my second time here, so I've got no clue.
That's very true. I mean, he's picked up a couple of podiums this season, but I'm not sure if he has done any interviews. If not, though, that is the end of the interviews here tonight. Big thank you, of course, as I say, to Ivan Ballboy for that. More action to come tomorrow night, same time, same place, 7 PM UK time. It is FRL F2 around the United States, of course, and that's going to be Stephen and yourself, Ballboy, talking you through the action there. And for FRL F1, if you want to see the GOATs of FRL going at it in America, of course, you can tune in with myself and Jesse at 7 PM UK time there as well. Big thank you, though, to everyone for driving out on track. Potentially one of the best races of the season, I think, in F3, even with all that carnage on the final 2 laps of the race. Certainly one of the best races, I think, of the season in F3, and hopefully that will go on to the end of the season in both Mexico and Brazil with 2 weeks to go in the championship. But hope you enjoyed that. Of course, you'll get your regular, hopefully, commentary team of Charlie and of potentially Glowstick next week as well. But until then, I've been James Head. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, goodbye.